Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be touching on the modes, so let's get straight into it. Okay, so the first mode we're going to look at is the Ionian mode, which is the major scale, so we're going to start on the C major scale. So I'm going to demonstrate that for you now. Okay, so for explanation purposes, we're going to start this on the 8th fret of the low E string, then play the 10th fret. Then on the A string it's the 7th fret, 8th fret and 10th fret. And then the 7th fret, 9th fret and 10th fret of the D string. So. Okay, so you probably gathered that we're starting this in the major scale in the key of C. So that's the notes of C to C obviously. So. Now for the Dorian mode, which is the second mode, that starts on the second note of that scale, which is the D. So you start on the D and you end on the D note. So like this. Okay, so for this it's called the D Dorian, you start on the 10th fret of the low E string. Then you play 7th, 8th and 10th fret of the A string. Then 7, 9, 10 on the D string. Then finish on the 7th fret of the G string. And then obviously you come back down again on the 10th fret of the D string. 9th fret, 7th fret, 10th fret of the A string, 8th fret, 7th fret, then on the 10th fret of the low E string. So like this. Okay, so the third mode is called the Phrygian mode. So the third note of the C major scale is the note E, so like this. So you start there and it sounds like this. Okay, so this is called E Phrygian, so you start on the 7th fret of the A string. Then you play the 8th fret, 10th fret. Then on the D string you play 7th fret, 9th fret and 10th fret. Then on the G string it's 7th fret and 9th fret. Then you come back on the 7th fret again of the G string. Then the D string it's 10th fret, 9th fret, 7th fret. Then it's 10th fret, 8th fret, 7th fret of the A string. Okay, so the fourth mode is called the Lydian mode. So the fourth note of the C major scale is F. So it's the notes F to F. So like this. Okay, so this is F Lydian. So you start on the 8th fret of the A string and play the 10th fret. Then on the D string it's 7, 9, 10. Then it's 7, 9, 10 on the G string. And then you come back down again, so 9th fret and 7th fret of the G string. On the D string you play 10, 9, 7. Then on the A string it's 10th fret and 8th fret. So like this. One more time. Okay, so the fifth mode is called the Mixolydian mode. So the fifth note of the C major scale is G, so like this. So it's a note G to G, so it's like this. Okay, so this is called G Mixolydian, so you start on the 10th fret of the A string. Then you play 7, 9, 10 on the D string. And then it's 7, 9, 10 on the G string. Then the B string this time, it's the 8th fret. And then you come down the scale again on the 10th fret, 9th fret and 7th fret of the G string. Then 10th fret, 9th fret, 7th fret of the D string. Then end on the 10th fret of the A string. Okay, so the sixth mode is Aeolian mode, so that's the note A, because that's the sixth note of the C major scale, so like this. It's also the same as the natural minor scale for A minor. So we're going to have a look at that now. Okay, so for this you start on the 7th fret of the D string, 9th fret, 10th fret, then the G string, it's the same thing again, 7, 9, 10. Then the B string is 8th fret and 10th fret. And then come back down 8th fret again. G string is 10, 9, 7. Then 10, 9, 7 on the D string. So like this. One more time. Okay, so the 7th and final mode is called the Locrian mode. So the 7th note of the C major scale is B, so it's like this. So the Locrian mode starts here, and it's going to start like this. Okay, so this starts on the 9th fret of the D string. Then you play the 10th fret. Then the G string is 7, 9, 10. B string is 8th fret and 10th fret. Then you end on the 7th fret of the high string. And then come down again, 10th fret, 8th fret of the B string. 10, 9, 7 of the G string. Then the last two notes are the 10th fret and 9th fret of the D string. So like this. And then one more time. Okay, so today we touched on the modes and how they work. You can play these in a number of different styles such as blues, blues fusion and jazz, as well as different forms of rock. You can hear them all over the place, and they're really helpful for improving your improvisational playing. There's a way to remember the order of them. So the order is Aeolian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian and Locrian. So the way to remember it, how I remember, is I don't play like Mike and Larry. It might sound a bit silly, but it really does help you to remember the order of them. So that will conclude today's lesson anyway. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you did enjoy it. And as always, the tabs will be in the description, as well as the link for the previous lesson. So until then, thank you very much.